I found a website that like randomly generates some of the weirdest facts possible, and I just sat there for a little bit and kept generating until I got a lot that I thought were pretty good. And this time I only have 20 facts, but I'm going to like talk about each one more, because that sounds more fun to me, at least. Like, because I've had videos with like 50 plus facts where it's just reading them and I'll talk a little bit about them, but I just wanted to have like less facts and then more talking about each one, like putting more attention on each one. I don't know, it sounds interesting. Let me know if you like this style, or if you would rather just have it be like a long list of facts and me talking about them less. And yeah, I'm also wearing a hat. I don't really wear hats that often, but I don't know, I feel like my hair was looking weird, so I put a hat on. So let me know if it looks good. Alright. So I wrote all the facts on this notebook. I don't have a printer here, because when I used to make videos like this before, like facts or trivia, I would just print them out. It was really easy, but I don't have a printer where I live now, so I had to just write them all down, which is probably another reason why there's not that many, because my hand was getting tired. But yeah, let's get started. Also, disclaimer, I'm pretty sure none of these facts are in any of my previous videos, but if there is a couple repeats, I'm sorry. And like before, I did not fact check any of these, so yeah, tell them with caution, because I don't know if they're all true. Alright. John Quincy Adams was an avid skinny dipper. He regularly took dips in the Potomac River. Now, I knew the name John Quincy Adams before I read this fact, but I couldn't really remember exactly what he was known for. I know he was like in part of the American government way back in the day, but so I looked it up, and he was the 6th president of the United States. And I don't know if that's common knowledge or not. I don't know if he's known for being a good president or like a really bad president, or if he's like a really bad person. He probably was a bad person, but I didn't look into it too much. I just wanted to know like his title and what he did. And apparently he was a really avid skinny dipper, and he loved to take dips in the Potomac River. And it actually said that like going in the Potomac River was part of his like regularly scheduled exercise. So he didn't just do it for fun. It was like his way of staying fit. That's pretty interesting. The ancestor of the modern chainsaw was invented to facilitate childbirth. I've actually heard that one before. I feel like most people that are watching this have probably heard that before. I think it's like been spread around a lot. I didn't do research into exactly how it was used. Well, yeah, but I just thought it was pretty interesting, and I wanted to just share that one. I guess it was the like 4th one that popped up when I was randomizing them, and I thought it was pretty cool. But most of you probably know that one already, so we'll go on to the next one. Green eggs and ham was banned in China from 1965 to 1991 for its portrayal of early Marxism. I thought that was funny. And when it says portrayal of early Marxism, they like put it in quotes, because I guess, you know, that was China's reason for like banning it, right? But maybe it doesn't actually portray early Marxism. And I don't know about anyone else, but when I was in kindergarten, we had like a whole thing dedicated to green eggs and ham. We were like learning to read it and everything, and then we actually made green eggs and ham like in the classroom. Like we made eggs and we dyed them green with food coloring, and then we had ferns that much in the Victorian era. I don't know that too much about the Victorian era. It's like a nice aesthetic, I think. But yeah, I didn't know ferns were that prominent. So this next one, it was a fact about the Glass Beach, which is a place in California, and I didn't write down the fact. The fact pretty much just was describing what the Glass Beach is and like where it's at. And I wanted to talk about it because I've actually been there, and I have like family from that area who I've visited a few times. And so, for anyone that doesn't know, Glass Beach is pretty much this. It's a beach, right? But instead of being covered in like sand, it's just it's like rocks and glass. And basically, the way it formed is because a lot of people were like dumping trash over there. And after just like decades of the tide kind of like washing over it, they like ended up polishing and smoothing out all this glass. So it just became covered in all these like different colors of glass, like from bottles and everything, and it was really pretty. And nowadays, it's not as pretty because a lot of people like were taking the nice pieces of glass, like taking them home, so kind of ruining it a little bit, which sucks. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place. Still, there's still a lot of glass and smooth rocks and everything there. Yeah, I don't know exactly where it is. I just know it's near like Fort Bragg, California. It might be in Fort Bragg, I think it is, but I know it's around there. At one time, George Washington was the nation's largest whiskey producer. He made 11,000 gallons in 1799. I feel like it's not surprising. Someone like George Washington probably was at the top. Like he was probably in like the top 1% for the time. So, I'm not surprised that he was the largest at producing something. I just never knew it was whiskey, but I thought that was interesting. Movie trailers are called that for a reason. They used to run after the movie. I've heard that one before because I took a class in college. It was a film history class, and I remember just like him randomly telling us that. So I guess they would trail the movie, so they were called movie trailers. It's interesting. I want to know whose idea it was to like put them in the front, because I'm assuming they finally realized that people were not staying to watch these trailers, so they had to move them because they were pretty much wasting money on them. Christopher Walken worked as a lion tamer in his youth. Oh, that's pretty cool, I think. I'm sure most of you know who Christopher Walken is. He has a pretty popular voice that a lot of people like do an impression of. And I'm not going to do it right now because it would be way too loud. But, yeah, if you don't know who he is, if you looked up Christopher Walken, then you would recognize him. Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is an experienced hairdresser. I thought that was funny because Danny DeVito's kind of got like a bald thing going on. So you might not expect him to be like a hairdresser. But yeah. I recently started watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys have watched that show. It's pretty popular. But I just started watching it recently. And Danny DeVito's in it. That's why I'm bringing it up. And his character is really funny. He's been the funniest one so far. So, sleep literally cleans your brain. During slumber, more cerebrospinal fluid flushes through the brain to wash away harmful proteins and toxins that build up during the day. That fact is kind of unique in this list because it's really like scientific. Everything else is kind of just like fun and kind of dumb, but I thought that one was interesting. There were a lot like that, like more science-oriented facts, but I didn't want to really put them in because, I don't know, I just wanted more like fun ones. Which, science can be fun, I guess, but I don't know. I think you know what I mean. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know your brain was like literally producing more fluid, like washing itself. That's pretty interesting. Now I'm gonna turn the page to the rest of the facts. The longest case of hiccups lasted 68 years. Now, I hate having hiccups when I'm like trying to talk. Just having hiccups when I'm like just sitting there doesn't really bother me too much. Maybe it'll get annoying after a while. I'm sure after 68 years it wouldn't get annoying. But yeah, if I'm trying to talk to somebody and I have the hiccups, that's when it gets really annoying, I think. An avocado never ripens on the tree, so farmers can use trees as a way to store and keep avocados fresh for up to 7 months. I didn't know that. That might be common knowledge, but I didn't know that, so I thought it was cool. And I like avocados a lot. They're really good. I think they're technically a fruit, so yeah, avocados are really good. In early drafts of the Back to the Future script, the time machine was built out of an old refrigerator. I think I've heard that before, but I wasn't sure what it was. I didn't remember if it was a refrigerator. I knew it was built in something else, but I didn't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, I love Back to the Future. It's my dad's like favorite movie series. It's not his favorite movie of all time, but the series is like his favorite. And yeah, I've seen especially the third one. The third one is probably my favorite, like the Western one. I like that one a lot. And I've seen them all like 100 times each, so definitely a really cool series. It means a lot to me and my dad. A study done by the University of Glasgow found that dogs appear to prefer reggae and soft rock over other genres of music. I thought that was pretty cool. And I wanted to know like how they actually did it. Like I'm assuming they just played the music, and if the dogs seemed relaxed, then they thought they liked it. And if they like or seemed like irritated, then I guess they don't like it. I guess it makes sense because reggae and soft rock don't really have a lot of like high pitched noises that I think would like set dogs off. But I guess it depends on like which songs you pick, because every genre probably has a little bit of that. There was a third Apple founder, Ronald Wayne, sold his 10% stake for $800 in 1976. I didn't even know there were multiple Apple founders. The only person I know from Apple is Steve Jobs. I'm pretty sure he was a founder. And that's the only name I know associated with Apple. So I've never heard of Ronald Wayne. And he's probably really mad if he's still alive, because he could have kept that and made way more money. According to the Oxford Dictionary, publicly is the most commonly misspelled word in the English language. Publicly. I feel like that's kind of surprising. I don't know. I'm not sure like how people would misspell it, or like what the misspelling would look like. I would expect it to be a word like received, because I know, like personally growing up, I always like kept swapping the I and the E and received. So that would have been my guess if I had to guess the most misspelled word. But I guess it's publicly. Apollo 17 astronaut Harrison Schmitt was allergic to moon dust. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I'm assuming he's not actually allergic to like moon dust. It's probably was a luxury in the Middle Ages, so much so that blankets and sheets were written into people's wills. I'm really interested in the Middle Ages, the Dark Ages, all that. That whole era has always been really interesting to me. And I did know that like feathers for pillows and stuff was like really rare. It was like a super luxury to have like a soft pillow. And I didn't know that blankets and sheets were so like sought after. I guess I'm thinking of like the quality. Like I would assume that like really cheap stuff made of like wool and everything was probably accessible, but maybe like nicer materials were harder to come by, and that's the kind of stuff that they would put in the wills. I don't know. But yeah. And as far as wills go, I don't know. Wills are really interesting to me because I don't have one. I don't know if I'm supposed to have one. I feel like I'm pretty young, but I don't know if you're supposed to have one already or not. I don't know if anyone in my family has one. They probably do. I'm assuming the older people in my family have them. I don't know. I'm not sure what I would put in there. Maybe I could put my my ASMR channel in my will. I'll do like a giveaway or something. Whoever wins gets my channel in the will. So yeah. But that's all the facts that I have for this video. Like I said, it was only 20 of them. I tried to talk a lot about each of them individually, but I'm sorry if I didn't talk enough or if I talked too much. Let me know. I definitely want feedback on this style. If there was too many like background noises going on in this video, I apologize. I'll try to pick a better time to record, I guess. And yeah, another thing I wanted to say is like I started watching this newer, or I don't know if it's a newer channel, it's new to me, but it's called like What's His Face ASMR. And all of his videos are pretty much like he picks a topic and then he just talks about that topic for the video. And I think that's something that I would be interested in doing. Maybe not for every single video, but it would definitely help me be able to make more videos just because it would be more simple to set up, and it's something that I would enjoy. I think it's just picking a topic that I find interesting and then just talking about it. So let me know if you guys would be interested in videos like that for me, or if you prefer me to try to have more of a focus in the video, like facts or trivia or collection videos or anything like that. So yeah, let me know. Give me some feedback.